Now to our Arizona Diamondbacks and Game 1 of the World Series.
Oh man, this was a gut punch indeed. The team with a heartbreaking loss in extra innings in Dallas.
Yes, we have live team coverage for you tonight. Rachel Cole is live in Tempe where fans were watching this nail biter.
But we start with Mark Curtis and Cameron Cox live for us in Arlington. Guys, the team just 2 outs away from a Game 1 victory, and they just could not seal the deal.
Jonathan, I think I aged 5 years during this game, and as you know, I can't afford to give up any years anymore.
He can't. You okay?
Yeah. It is the best way to win and the worst way to lose a game. A walk-off. The D-backs, as you mentioned, Jonathan, cruising into the bottom of the ninth, but then the wheels come off. And the guys, I think, will realize and tell you that this is a blueprint for the way the whole series will go. Neither team wilting under the spotlight of playing in the World Series.
Yeah, Mark, we just got out of the locker room, and a lot of guys pointed that, like, they know this Rangers team is a tough Rangers team, and that any game this series can go like this. Remember, these are 2 underdogs, kind of teams of destiny, because they kind of expect a series like this. But we'll say this, talking with guys in the locker room, there's some shocks of disbelief. Bullpen has been pitching really well, but I will say this, the confidence is still there. Every one of them kind of shook it off and said, hey, we've done this all year.
It's one game.
Yeah, one game, and we know what to do, and we've done it before. Let's go ahead and roll the highlights and show you how this happened. Man, Globe Life Field, what a way. Largest crowd ever. They got to see what the answer backs were all about early on. D-backs down early. They score in 3 consecutive innings. Some big-time clutch swings, including Ketel Marte, ties the MLB postseason record with a 17-game hitting streak. D-backs up 5-3. Then, of course, disaster in the bottom of the ninth. 1 on for Corey Seager, the former World Series MVP. You kidding me? 1 pitch, and we're tied. Paul Sewall's first blown save since August 26th. How's that? We're tied at 5, and then in the 11th inning, just brutal. Adolis Garcia, you kidding me, walks it off, the ALCS MVP with a massive home run off Miguel Castro. D-backs lose Game 1, 6-5 the final. Let's get some post-game reaction from inside the podium room.
They were down 3-2 in Houston, so it's not a team that rolls over. But I mean, there's a reason the 2 of us are still standing. I think we kind of both teams have a lot of fight in them. You saw that from their side tonight. I mean, you saw that from us tonight. Answered back a couple times. So, yeah, I mean, we just play 2 tomorrow.
We played a pretty good baseball game. We're in a position to win it. We did a lot right. Let's improve on the things that we need to tighten up and come out tomorrow and play our finest game. That's all we can do. That's how we've looked at it all season long. So. It's frustrating. This is how the game goes sometimes, and we got to find a way to be resilient and adaptable and come out with a clean mind and do our best. And I have every reason to believe that we will. We've done it a lot this year.
They've responded to adversity all through the postseason, and I just wanted to show you this. A really cool moment before the game. President Bush throwing out the first pitch to Hall of Famer Ivan Pudge Rodriguez. Remember, President Bush threw out that legendary first pitch just days after 9/11 during the 2001 series between the D-backs and the Yankees. He bounced this one. Before that, GW got the chance to speak with D-backs manager Torey Lovullo.
I would have to think Torey, before the game, was in a much better mood. Torey kind of sounds defeated there. They'll bounce back.
Sure they will.
But this one hurt, Mark, because this was a game you could have won, you should have won, and it just didn't happen.
The only thing I will say is the Diamondbacks bullpen has been absolute nails throughout the postseason. My guess is they're going to bounce back from this.
Sometimes they just get a pitch to hit and they take it that way. We'll have much more from here in Arlington coming up later on in the show. We're going to take you back inside the D-backs locker room for more post-game reaction. Guys, back to you.
All right, Cam, Mark, we'll see you in a little bit. Thank you. 12 News Live team coverage of tonight's meltdown continues right now in Tempe.
Oh, are we calling it that? Well, 12 News journalist Rachel Cole is live with fan reaction to tonight's loss. And Rachel, so close. What are fans thinking out there?
You guys, and it was so close, and it's lucky that there is an arcade full of games behind us because D-backs fans were less than impressed with the ones that they had to watch on the big screen. Unfortunately, a lot of them flying the coop already, but we found a couple over here, a couple of barflies still hanging out. Fellas, how are we feeling going into Game 2 tomorrow night?
Very confident. I think the Diamondbacks gave a really good fight at the Texas Rangers house, home. and I think they're going to come back and win game 2. They're going to come back and home and win 2 games, and they're going to go back to Texas and win the 4th game. And we are going to have a World Series championship again.
Oh, I love it. Okay, the optimism,
Same. We got this.
How you feeling? How you feeling?
I will speak English.
He says, go Diamondbacks. Yes? Buena suerte?
Sí, buena suerte.
Sí. The Diamondbacks are feeling optimistic. They are so happy. They are still full of life. This defeat means nothing to Diamondbacks fans. We have made it this far, and we're not going home without a fight. So you heard it right here. Game 2 tomorrow. That's going to be ours. We'll send it back to you guys.
Yeah, I love that universal language. No matter
right.
what it is, it's go Diamondbacks.
Go Diamondbacks.
All right, Rachel, thank you. Well, crews here at Chase Field are already getting ready for Game 3, the first home game for the D-backs in the series. That is set for Monday at 5 o'clock. Today, the World Series logo was painted on the turf. Crews are working around the clock to give the stadium that World Series makeover. All the games at Chase Field are already sold out.
All right, a tough loss in game 1, but something Arizona is definitely winning in right now, the weather game.